Why do we do this? Why is it so important? What provoked you to do it?
Because it's murder. If I was in Germany, for example, during the Holocaust, I would be doing this.
How old are you?
I'm 16.
You're 16, okay. And how long have you been a Christian, Maycee?
I've been a Christian since last October.
Okay, so you just barely came to the faith, you barely confessed Christ as Lord. And here you are out here evangelizing, sharing the good news of the gospel, and dealing specifically with the issue of abortion. Did you feel like you were equipped to do that? Based on just your limited time of studying the Bible, and
I would say, yeah.
you're equipped to do that?
Yeah.
And do you feel like you're growing and learning more and more every time?
Oh, yeah. Especially with the different people that I talk to, because there's so many different worldviews and what people think. It's
So is it
crazy.
okay to not know all the answers?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right?
Yeah.
And so what, in your encouragement to people and saying that we need to get out here, when would you say that, hey, look, it's not based on our intense biblical knowledge, right? You don't have to have a degree in theology. You don't have to walk with the Lord for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Having studied the Bible from cover to cover, to get out here on this simple issue of we need to work together to end abortion, right? So explain to me your thoughts on the first time that you ever did this. What was your experience?
I would say that I was pretty nervous because cars will drive really close to you, like they're gonna hit you. There's people yelling at you. You're getting flipped off. But I also see people, there's thumbs up. But I'd say I was nervous because I don't know what these people are gonna do. Especially when we're doing it at the park with a bunch of drug addicts. It's like they have nothing to lose. So that's kind of worrying. But
So you had concerns about safety initially. What were your thoughts coming into this? What did you think it was going to be like, and how is it different from what you actually experience out here?
I would say that I knew we were going to get a lot of negative from a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the way that people are reacting was definitely a shock to me because I've never seen people like this ever.
Yeah.
It's like one thing that will set them off, and it's really like, it's immature. That's how I say it. It's just a big immaturity issue.
Yeah.
It's like the lady I was talking to, she was screaming her head off at me. I told her, I was like, I'm not screaming at you, even though you're saying that it's fine to murder innocent babies.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that before. People act that way. So that was
Pretty intense?
Yeah. Most of the time there's just people yelling because they're just they don't even want to listen. That's most of the time. They're just yelling at you and they keep going and they expect you to listen to them. But once we try to talk, it's more, well, I'm just going to keep yelling, just like the guy we saw before.
Yeah.
He's just trying to yell and most of the time people don't really listen. Like, ever.
Yeah. Why do we do this? Why is it so important? What provoked you to do it?
Because it's murder. If I was in Germany, for example, during the Holocaust, I would be doing this.
Yeah.
And Jesus was doing things like this. He was going and he was talking to people, and it wasn't even not on cases like abortion, like sacrificing children and stuff. And if I'm a Christian, then I'm going to be doing what Jesus did. And it's my responsibility because I'm commanded to do this.
Yeah.
And
So what you related it to the Holocaust? Why would you relate murder, the abortion, the murdering of unborn children, with the Holocaust?
Because it's the same concept.
How?
were
Like in what way?
They were murdering innocent people for no reason.
So when someone says to you, it's not a person yet, it's they're still in the mother's womb, they're dependent upon the mother, they're still developing, and so on. You would say it's a person. How would you respond to a person if they said it's not?
Well, scientifically, even if I'm going to go from their worldview,
Yeah.
it's actually proven that an egg inside of the woman is a living thing. The sperm cell is living, and it makes a baby right at contact. It makes a baby,
Yeah.
and it's developing. That's why they would say it's a clump of cells, because it starts off. I've been in health class. I know how it works.
Yeah.
It's in the process of developing. That's like saying, I don't know, when you put a seed in the ground, it's not a tree yet, okay, but it's in the process of becoming a tree.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it not a tree.
Right.
It's
That's
the
a good point.
It's the same concept.
So because the information's there present at conception, a unique individual's been created. You think that at that point, because a unique individual's been created, that they are a person. Got it.
Yep.
So what would you say to people who might be who might have hesitation in coming out and doing this? You know, that now that you've experienced what it's like to come out here and do this with us a few times and hopefully many more, what would you say? Why would you say this? What would you do to encourage people to come out here and join us and to also work toward the ending of abortion? What would you say to them based on your experience?
I would say that we're obligated to do this. If a little kid is being murdered in front of our eyes, does that mean look away and go away because we're good Christians and we don't want to inflict any conflict on there? No.
Yeah.
But just because it's happening behind closed doors, that doesn't mean anything, which is why I find it really sad and heartbreaking that only a small portion of our church and only a small portion of, I only see two other people from a different church are out there.
Yeah.
And in most churches, I would say that abortion is wrong. They always say that, okay, but you're not doing anything to prevent it.
Right.